Okay, this is video series number 2. This is beautiful Yankee Rose. She's the 9-month-old black lab I was telling you about. And what I'm going to teach you guys today is how I'm teaching her to stay on this little rug when I'm in the house, no matter where I go. I'm going to walk around a little bit and show you how I teach her to stay there. The one important thing about teaching your dog to stay in a particular spot is, number one, that it's something consistent for her to be on. So I like to use a couple blankets or a rug or something that you can move around the house if you want her to stay in a particular part of the kitchen or stay in an office or wherever you want her to stay. So I use these little blankets, and that way I can move them around and they're still the same for her. Number 2, teaching a dog this is all about consistency. When you say it, you've got to mean it. You've got to teach her how to stay there. I'm using some treats today because dogs are always motivated by some type of reward. If your dog isn't reward motivated with treats or toys, there's definitely other ways to do that. So the first thing I like to do, this is kind of my own version of marker training. So by that, I just mean that she needs to stay there until I release her, and I kind of mark the behavior with a reward. So you'll see a little bit of what I mean by that. But what I do usually is I make sure they like the treats, okay? So this is a real delicious treat. I know she's going to like it. She's pretty excited about it. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, break. Good girl. So I'll give her the treat. So my marking word is break, which means you're free now to come and get your treat, okay? So the command I'm teaching her is get on your bed, and that's what she's kind of understanding as go to your bed and get on it and stay there. So I'll teach you, I'll watch and see how we do this, okay? Yankee, on your bed. Good girl. Good girl. Break. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, on your bed. Good girl. Good girl. So she has to stay there until I release her, and then she gets the reward. She's got to work for it. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, break. Good girl. Then you get the treat. Good girl. Very good girl. So you can see she's understanding. She's got to keep going back to that bed. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Couch. Good. Okay, on your bed. Good. On the bed. Good girl. Good girl. Sit. Sit. Good. No, sit. Good. Break. Good girl. That's good. Okay, on your bed. Good girl. Down. Yeah, I know you know that one. Good girl. Break. Good girl. Good girl. Good. On your bed. Okay, so when she's on her bed, I don't really care what she does. She's choosing to lay down because she knows there's a treat. Because she knows if she lays down, she usually gets a treat. So her owners have taught her sit and down with treats. I'm going to eventually be able to do this without treats. Okay, but right now, since it's new, I want her to be fun and be motivated by it. So I am using treats. Good girl. So now I'm going to see if I can walk over towards the camera and see if she'll stay here, okay? On your bed. Good girl. Good girl. On your bed. Good. Break. Good girl. There we go. And then she gets a treat. Good. On your bed. Good girl. So one more time. On your bed. No. On your bed. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, so I'm going to move the camera, see how far we can get. On your bed. Good girl. Run down the hall for a sec. She's still there. Good girl. Yankee, break. Good girl. There we go. That's a good girl. Good girl. So she's released. She can cruise around. Good girl. Okay, well, that's her. On your bed. Oh, good girl. Good girl. And now she gets all of them. What a good girl. Good. Down. Good girl. Okay, break. Good girl. Hey, help yourself. Oh, it's a good girl. That's good, huh? That's a good treat. Good girl. On your bed. Good girl. Good. So what I'm going to do is do this several times a day. She's clearly understanding. There's a clear boundary and a comfortable spot for her to be on. She's released, so she's okay to walk away. But I will do this several times a day and build up. It's all about repetition and consistency. So, she's a pretty smart dog. Stay tuned for more video series with Doggone Amazing.